Hey, good evening. Sarah Beckstrom, one of the West Virginia National Guardsmen who was shot in D.C., has died of her wounds. The other National Guardsman remains in critical condition. Please spare some thoughts for them and their families. Um, Sarah Beckstrom enlisted in the West Virginia National Guard in 2023, had been deputized as federal support the day before she was shot. The assailant was also injured in the incident and is in the hospital under heavy guard. He has a wife and 5 children and apparently drove from his residence in Washington to D.C. and committed the shooting. He was part of a Zero unit, which is a CIA supported special operations unit that worked in Afghanistan. He worked with them for approximately 10 years, starting off as a security guard and then working with the unit. Became a troop leader later on in his career, and then continued with the Afghan intelligence service after, and then departed Afghanistan in 2021 and was requested asylum in 2024 December and was granted asylum under the Trump administration after the FBI and Department of Homeland Security conducted his background investigation under the Trump administration. You will hear a lot of blame on the Biden program. He came to this country under the Biden program, which brought thousands of supporters of United States military forces and their families into this country after risking their lives for multiple years. This individual was a part of that group that came in and again requested asylum in late 2024 and was granted asylum under the Trump administration after being vetted and background checked by the Trump administration. You're going to hear a lot of blame from the Trump administration about the Biden program. This is the only known incident right now of one of those individuals who supported U.S. troops in Afghanistan committing anything like this. So please be aware of that. I would honestly ask 2 things. One is please think about the wounded National Guardsman who is still with us and send thoughts to him and his family. Please take a moment for National Guardsman Beckstrom to think about her and her family as well. And then do not fall into the trap of starting to vilify people who have requested asylum here. It is now Afghanistan and apparently 19 other countries where they're going to check visas for all of these individuals and basically go over them with a fine-tooth comb, because that is what this administration is going to want to do. They're going to take an incident that we don't know a whole lot about yet and motives on why it happened, and they're going to use it to vilify people who don't look like white American citizens. That's what they're going to do. So I ask you not to be a part of that. I ask you to send thoughts to the guardsman who's passed, the guardsman who's injured, their families, and to not fall for the rage bait of people who, especially in the Afghan situation, have supported us and kept U.S. servicemen and women alive in Afghanistan through what they did for us, and were treated fairly and brought to the United States to reward them for helping U.S. military members survive in Afghanistan. And I ask you that you do not turn anger upon them, even though you will be asked to by members of the government and political mouthpieces. They will tell you that because they want rage, and I ask you not to fall for that. So I will give updates as they come along, but that's the latest that I've seen so far. Okay, have a good night.